to my cluttered garage. I'm really glad you're here. A place where we can laugh and talk and days are filled with cheer. The clouds of sun may come and go, but one thing's always clear. Welcome back, my friend. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. I am really glad you're here. It's good to see you tonight. You know, I missed you last week, and sorry about that, but I was busy, as most of you know. We were at the Bluegrass Festival all Labor Day weekend, and what a great time that was. And so Monday was just a little too busy still to pull off the live stream. So busy that I didn't even put out an announcement that we weren't going to do it. So apologies if you were standing by, but I am glad you're here tonight. I'm glad I'm here tonight. I don't know if John Ritter is on, but I know that he did a little fill-in live stream on his channel last Monday, and I watched that in the replay, and it was pretty fun. So thank you, John, for stepping in there. And not that I certainly don't own this slot, so but it was neat to see that people had migrated over to A Ritter Bit Will Do and gathered on that live stream. So hey, Ross on the Land, I see you were here early tonight. Good to see you. I want to talk about your video here in a minute. Herb, good to see you. Herb from Delaware, as I recall. Keegan, Timber, good to see you guys. And Donald and Crabtree and Dave from RCAF Polar Express. Richard from Lynchburg, Virginia. There you are. I'll bring some of these up so you can see what I'm reading. Good to see you from Lynchburg. Margaret from Southern New Jersey. Great place to be. Glad to be here. And Peterson Farms of Little Nashville. Phil, good to see you. And, of course, Chris, Watershed Outlet. John with the Clutch live stream. Awesome. Mikey, good to see you. Chad is here tonight from Purple Collar Life. Good to see you, Chad, as well. So what's going on? Let's take a look and see what I have to say. This is live stream. What is this? Number 34? I didn't put it. I forgot to make a little slate for that. Number 34. So here we are. Just a reminder, if you're new here tonight, I've been mentioning the live streams at the end of my videos lately. So I know a few people have come on for the first time from that, if you do watch to the end, which I know a lot of people don't. Anyway, if this is your first time joining us for the live stream, I want to welcome you, and you will meet some really great people here tonight in the live chat. You'll find some other great channels to follow, so check out the live chat and jump on in there. So we're glad to have you. If you are here for the first time, put it in the comments, put it in the live chat, and let folks know that you're here for the first time. Glad to have you, for sure. Reminder that you can find the channel on Facebook. You can find it on Instagram. I put out a little, kind of a little promo video, but it was actually a little clip of the John Deere 4430. I had put that video together, sort of a vlog style, which right now they're not as popular as some of the other videos, and that's okay. But that was more of a vlog style, and we're going to do some more of that as I pick up that second battery and get that thing going a little better. But there was a little segment where I drove it down the road, and I thought that was kind of fun. So I chopped that little segment out, and I just showed that little clip on Facebook to get people to possibly get interested in coming on over to YouTube. So you may have seen that little clip, but that was kind of fun. I enjoyed putting that little piece together. Anyway, find me there if you like. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. A lot of comments coming in, and I would hate to be talking and then go back to the comments and they all say, we can't see you or can't hear you. So yes, that's a good reminder, Ross. Ross has a question. Were you camping at the festival? Yes, indeed. It was so fun, and the festival is only 10 miles from home, so it's literally right around the corner. Well, is that literally? I don't know if it's literally around the corner. I mean, not really. Anyway, it's close by, and this year was the 49th Bluegrass Festival. I have lived here my entire life and never attended the Bluegrass Festival until the 48th Festival. It was the first time we ever went, and we camped at that one too. If you buy a weekend pass to the festival, it includes free camping. It's not a campground, it's a fairgrounds, so it's dry camping or boondocking if you're familiar with that, which basically means no hookups. So, but people camp in tents, they camp in trailers, fifth wheels, giant RVs, the back of pickup trucks. It's really a lot of fun, and it's a big fairgrounds. It's 50 or 60 acres, I think. Plenty of room for people to camp, and one of the few festivals where they do include camping for free with the weekend pass, and it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it runs until Sunday night at 6 o'clock. People even camp Sunday night. You don't have to leave the fairgrounds until Monday. They have that agreement with the fairgrounds. So there are some people that hang out afterwards. And in the evenings, you can walk around the fairgrounds, and there are people just playing music, and it's such a fun time. And I would encourage you, if you want to take a little road trip, come out to the 50th Bluegrass Festival next year. It's the Delaware Valley Bluegrass Festival. You can Google it, and you'll find it. But you can camp, you can stay in a hotel locally, and you can drive back and forth every day. It is a lot of fun. So, and I didn't even shoot any footage of it because I thought, I don't know if this is really interesting for the channel or not. I brought my camera, I brought my drone, never took them out of the bag. But anyway, if you go to the 50th, we could find each other and meet up. So thank you for asking that question. And by the way Ross phrased that question, as I mentioned in previous live streams, if you have a question, start out your question with all caps question, and then followed by your question. And then I might see your question. Just a little suggestion. Mechanic Mike, good to see you tonight. Emery, here for a short time. Got to go. All right. Got reserve champion with my market goose at the fair. Congratulations. I don't know what that means, but congratulations. I imagine it's is reserve champion like second runner-up, first runner-up? Don't know, but congratulations. We've had 5, I don't want to say wild geese because they're not. They're domestic geese. They're the white ones. And they just waddled in one day, and they've been hanging out. And they've kind of been hanging out throughout the neighborhood. And when I say neighborhood, we're out in the country here. So a quarter mile down the road, somebody posted a message that there were geese hanging out in her yard. But they've just been hanging out. Now, the dog chases anything that moves. So she did chase the geese. She scared them away. Didn't get any. But I was mowing yesterday, and there's still one goose hanging out by the pond. Seems perfectly content. But anyway, that's interesting. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I brought that up because Emery won reserve champion for his goose at the fair. Very fun. All right. Yes. John, maybe you're talking about the fair or the Bluegrass Festival. Yes, it was a great time. You should take a trip from Minnesota, John. I think that'd be a lot of fun for you guys. The whole family would enjoy it for sure, especially if you have a camper. I see that Caden is here from Caden's Outdoor Life. How are you, Caden? I hope things are going well for you. And folks chatting with each other. Ed Joyce, good to see you. Oh, good to see you, Kevin. I clicked that first, but good to see you there. There's a question. Question from Edward Joyce. Any word on MCG vest patches? Spring sent me a strange reply, which is why I then asked you. Did Spring send you suggestions for patches? Does Spring make patches? I don't know. I know it was suggested, and I appreciate that suggestion of making patches. I'd have to design something, I think, that would really show up well on an embroidered patch. But anyway, no word on that, but I do appreciate it. If you see anything, shoot me an email with a link that I could look at. I'd appreciate that as well. I see some conversations about the goose. Emery said, yes, we bought the Grand Champion a few years ago for $2,700. Wait, you bought a goose for $2,700? Is that the value of a champion goose? That's very interesting to me. Emery, you should shoot some video of this. It would make a very interesting topic. Maybe I have a Grand Champion goose in my field out by the pond and I don't even know it. I thought about starting to throw him some cracked corn or something just to... I like having him there. It's kind of neat until the dog chases him, but I think it'd be neat to have him hanging out by the pond. But he looks lonely. Bear with me here. All right, so good to see you all. I did want to talk about tonight's show, and my plan is to share this link a little bit later on, like we've done, I think, I don't think we've done it 3 times yet, at least 2 times. Share the link and kind of open it up for folks to jump online, on camera, on screen, with me, with some other folks. If you have questions or want to talk about anything appropriate for the channel, we'd love to chat with you. Like always, we're not able to get everybody on screen, so if you jump on, you'll kind of be in the background, and unfortunately, I can't promise that you'll be brought on. So watch that link, or watch the live chat. I'll be posting that link in the live chat, and you'll be able to click on that link or cut and paste it, and that should work pretty well. You see, I have my FFA shirt on. That was in my John Deere 4430 video when I went to get the battery, and they didn't have a battery. I bought a shirt instead. Anyway, supporting the 2021 FFA chapter. I also thought I just want to acknowledge the 20th anniversary of 9/11. It was certainly an amazing time, and maybe like you, I've been watching a lot of documentaries, news. The news stations, ABC put together a really nice reflection, and they did it, I think it was on the 10th, and I was watching that, and I found myself profoundly sad watching that story. We think about 9/11 every single year, and it was an interesting time. I think most of us here watching tonight are old enough to remember it, and it was strange because as it was happening, we didn't know what was coming next. There was feelings of this is it, like this is the end of the world or the end of our country, and it was really, really uncomfortable. I'll tell you a quick little story though, because I was at work that day, and I was actually self-employed at the time with my video production business. I don't know why I stayed at work. I was kind of dumb. I should have just left and came home, but I was like, no, I've got customers that might come and I need to be here. Nobody came, but I stayed at work until like 3 o'clock that afternoon. Maybe it was 4, and we had people coming into the studio and watching television, watching the news stories. I had met so many people who had never walked into the business before, but I had a TV in there, and they came in. We were watching it was crazy because 2001, I didn't have cable in the business. I had a little 10-inch TV, tube TV with rabbit ears, and it was real fuzzy, and people were coming in and just trying to watch on that screen. And again, we just thought, this is it. Like, this is not going to stop. Things are just going to keep happening. It's going to just, everything was just crazy. And then I drove home, and as I was driving home, I got about a mile from my house, and I went to turn onto our road, and there's a farmer has a big cow pasture right at the corner. And I turned the corner, and I saw this beautiful pasture, and I saw these cows out grazing in the pasture, and I thought, they don't know what's going on. And not that they don't care, but their world hasn't changed. And it was kind of a relief for me at that moment when I turned off the news, turned off the TV, the radio, and I looked out into that cow pasture, and I saw those cows grazing, and I just thought, you know what? Things are kind of okay, or going to be okay. it was just a sense of peace for me that I was able to see something that was normal and meant a lot to me. So that was a strong impression for me. I'm sure you have a lot of memories of 9/11, and something about the 20th anniversary of that is just special. Maybe just as humans, we like anniversaries. You know, the 19th really is no different than the 20th, but there's something profound about the 20th, and when we get to the 25th. But it was really neat to see that show, too, on ABC, because Diane Sawyer has followed babies that were born. They had lost their parents, their mother or their father, right around 9/11, some on 9/11. There were some that were, the wives were pregnant on 9/11, and the father was killed in the attack, so the baby was born after that. And they've followed these kids for 20 years, so it was really special to see that. All right, we could talk all night about that, I'm sure. But I just thought it was important to mention that. If you're bald, if you don't have hair, like I'm pretty thin here, today is Bald is Beautiful Day, so congratulations if you're bald. You are beautiful today, maybe every day. Hey, it's Celiac Awareness Day. I've got a couple people in my family. It's amazing how many people you start to meet who have celiac, and that's if you're not familiar with that, that's a gluten intolerance where you can't have wheat products. You can't have bread, pasta, pretty much everything we eat you can't have. So that's tough. So if you have celiac, I feel for you. I don't have it. I live with people who do, and I'm glad I don't, because all I eat is wheat-based products. It's Supernatural Day. I don't know what these things are. I didn't spend any time researching tonight, but it is Supernatural Day if you celebrate that. But I think this is kind of interesting. It's Supernatural Day, but it's also National Defy Superstition Day. So some people think that supernatural things are superstitious. Anyway, kind of a funny thing. This whole week is National Security Officer Appreciation Week. So if you are a security officer, we appreciate you. And it's also National Truck Driver Appreciation Week. So if you're driving a truck, well, I hope you're not driving right now. Anyway, we appreciate you as well. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments here. And I better, I'm going to back up a little bit. I don't know that I can see anything here. Bear with me. A lot of 9/11 stories. I won't be able to read through these, but I hope that you can read through these comments and share your story as well. Yep. Wait, Mikey was born on 9/11? Not sharing your year, though, huh? Well, that's a birthday you won't forget for sure. So we're going on. Yeah. A lot of stories. Interesting. I'm just looking to see if there's anything to respond to, any questions. There's a question. There we go. Question. We're on tractors now. How's the deer? Did you get both batteries? I did not get the second battery yet. I went to Tractor Supply, as you saw in the video, if you watched the video, and they didn't have the second battery. Here's something funny, and I don't think I talked about this in the video. I did mention that I never thought of the fact that it had two batteries. I don't know why I didn't think that. So I changed the one battery that I thought, which was on the left side. The battery itself was only 2 years old. The guy said it's got a new battery. Only 2 years old. It would charge, but then it wouldn't hold a charge. And I thought, all right, well, it's just a bad battery. Turns out that battery was probably okay, or at least it would have survived. It was the other battery that is older, and I think that one was drawing down the better battery. So if I had changed the other one, we might have been okay. In fact, I even called Tractor Supply. It had been almost a week. I called to say, do you still have that core that I turned in? Because I was just going to swap it out with the bad John Deere battery. But unfortunately, they had their pickup already and had gotten rid of all the core batteries and didn't have the new ones in stock yet. So I think they might now. It's just I've been kind of busy and have not picked it up. But it's waiting there, and I'm getting ready to do that hopefully get a battery this week and throw that in. And then that part, as long as they hold a charge, and I'll maybe look for a way to test to see if there's any drawdown on the battery. What is that? Parasitic drain, they call it, when you have a slight little short somewhere. Hope not, though. Hey, MJA, you are not bald and drive a truck, do you? I don't remember, Mitch. I think you're always wearing a hat. Anyway, I think you're kidding with us here, Mitch. I think so. Bob, good to see you. Not too late. We haven't been doing anything. I'm just rambling along here. And yeah, you guys are just chatting with each other. There's nothing here for me to talk about. I'll just be quiet, and you guys can just write in the chat. Let me see if I have anything else I was going to announce before we go to the live. Oh yeah, here's one. Remember this: if you like the live stream, even if you mildly like it, even if you're not offended by it, if you click the thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. That means a lot to me. If you're watching this, however you got here, if you're not subscribed yet, join us. I'm welcome, and I would welcome you to subscribe. I think that the people watching this are generally all subscribers because you're the ones who get the notifications that the video is that the live stream is happening. But anyway, if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you join. The channel's doing pretty well. You know, it's growing by a number of subscribers, probably 20 a day or so. I'm not really focused on that, but I do like to see the growth. I do like to see that the videos are being watched because it, you know, makes it feel like it's worth my time, and I want to put out content that you enjoy. I try to, I've said this in the past, that even if it's a subject that you're not necessarily interested in, I hope that the video is entertaining in some way, or at least interesting, that you may, you know, like the generator video. It's not tractor related, but a lot of us who live out in the country or whatnot, who have tractors, you want to have a backup generator. So I thought that would kind of apply. I also found out that a lot of the viewers do have campers or go camping. So I thought that was appropriate as well, and appreciate your input on that, because I do want to, you'll probably start to see some other content coming out just because, well, it's kind of the way I wanted the channel to go, is that I wanted to show some projects around the property, and if I can keep them interesting enough, then maybe you'll enjoy that. I did, I think it was the 4430 video, the John Deere 4430, which was more of a vlog style. I realized I didn't really have kind of a start and finish to that video. It was just introducing you to the tractor and kind of going over it. So, you know, if someone was looking for a specific video about the 4430, like a how-to or anything, that wasn't it. It was more vlog style, like just here I am. And a lot of channels do that, and I appreciate you following along with that. But I believe that my net subscriber growth from that video was -3. So some people just said, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for Kubota compact tractors, and they out of here. So, but that's okay, because still grow. Oh my gosh, sorry. That's my phone. That's my brother-in-law. I'm not gonna answer it. He must not be watching. He usually watches, but he's not watching tonight. So, sorry about that. Pretty funny. But that was interesting about that. In fact, let me just look that up a second. Bear with me. Let me look up the old analytics. I have them here on the screen. Yes, -3 subscribers. the YouTube really does a great job with what are called analytics. And if you have a YouTube channel, you know about analytics. You can really see more than just how many views your videos have gotten. You can see where they were most popular, like United States, Canada, around the world. Obviously, most of what I have here is United States. It shows you, it even shows you a graph of the video itself, where you can watch the video and you can see a line that shows where people lost interest, where they clicked off the video, or if they replayed the video. There's certain videos where you may have something I don't know if I do, but you might have something really exciting that happened in the video, and you'll see a little bump in there, and that indicates that people rewound it and watched that section again. So, and again, it shows you what the duration was. Like if people tended to watch the video 50% of the time, it shows you what the interest level is and where they fall off. Very interesting to follow these analytics, and you can kind of see if your content is acceptable or not to folks. And I think it helps us as content creators to try to give the viewer what you're looking for. So it's very cool. And actually that net -3 subscribers. Now that means that doesn't just mean that 3 people unsubscribed. It's your net result. So I could have had 5 people subscribe from that video and 8 people unsubscribe, which would be a net -3. I didn't. I mean, that's not, looking at it, I just lost 3 people from it. That's all. And every video you have subscribers that come and go. Every live streams don't drive subscribers. Do you find that interesting at all? Because I know that I'm speaking to content creators when I talk. When I use that language, I'm speaking to content creators. If you're simply enjoying the programs, the videos, you might not care about that kind of stuff. But I think it's kind of fun and interesting. Keegan, do you have a question? Do you have a line on extra large stick notes or Post-it notes? I need to cut drywall for a large window. Thank you. That's a reference to one of my shorts videos, which, by the way, I have put out several short videos. If you're familiar with what that is, YouTube is trying to compete with Instagram and with TikTok, which are known for short videos. So if you've seen these vertical videos that YouTube has on your feed, that's what they are. They're called shorts, and those videos are under 1 minute long. They're formatted in the vertical position, which I used to hate vertical video. It used to make me angry, but now it's acceptable because most people watch on their phone and they hold their phone like that, and it's you're looking at it vertically. So they're quick videos. They're under a minute. They're vertical, and you'll see in the title #shorts, which is not the clue for tonight, by the way. #shorts is in there, and that's what they are. So I did a little shorts video about how to drill a hole in drywall and not leave any dust on the floor, and that's using a Post-it note. But that's pretty funny about a giant Post-it note. Am I leaving this thumbs up too long? Gosh, sorry for that. Looks like I'm begging, right? Oh, there's a good question, David White. Thank you. Have you looked into the tree carving? I have the Ack Monster booked, supposedly. I need to follow up with him. But when we cut that big silver maple down, I reached out to him, and he does the chainsaw carvings. If you are new to the channel, we cut down this giant silver maple. It's got like 5 or 6 big tree trunks coming out of it. We left it about 12 feet high, and there's a local guy who does amazing chainsaw carvings, and we thought, wouldn't it be neat if he could carve something out of that tree trunk? So I did contact him right afterward. He said, look, I'm booked up until I think November, which we're coming up. We'll be getting there soon. But he's booked up that far. I think he only carves on the weekends. So I had him put me in the books, and I said, put us down. We want to have you come out when you're free. We didn't think about what we'd want to make, what kind of figure we'd want to turn that into. I need to send him some photos of it, and he can get some ideas, but he's got the eye for it. I mean, you see what he sees in a tree trunk, and it's really quite amazing. So thanks for that reminder, and stay tuned, because when he does it, we're going to make a video of that for sure. I said to him, do you mind if I record when you're doing this? He's like, it's your property. Do whatever you want. So, all right, okay then. Got it. So that's exciting. Killing a Country has a question about my pink wall. Is it painted pink, or do you have a pink light? Asking for a friend. It's actually like a purplish color. It's not pink. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it's a purplish color. But anyway, it's a light. Do you want to see? Should I change it? Do you not like the pink? There's Kubota orange. Is that better? Try not to be all Kubota here, you know. That's greenish, John Deere green. Okay. Well, anyway, it's a light back there, and I can change the hue to whatever I want. I just thought the purple gave me good, like, separation from the background. I'm losing my place here. Do you like that? That's kind of evil looking. It's red in the background. Yeah, the orange is cool, but it's kind of... Anyway, we'll leave this somewhere where it's not so bad. We go with green for a while. Blue. How about just blue? Blue's nice, right? Dark blue. Purple. And now I'm right back to the... That's like pinkish again, isn't it? What do you see? Pink or purple? Killing it country, man. You got me all messed up here. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Good question. All right, so it is 7:31. Hashtag John's night to win. Yeah. John, the running joke here on the channel is that we give away these stickers every live stream, a 3-pack, which again, I'm running low. If I don't reorder or come up with something different, I could be in trouble because I like doing this for you folks, and everybody seems to like it. So anyway, we give away these stickers. We're going to do that toward the end of the show tonight. And the running joke is that poor John Ritter has been trying to win these stickers forever and comes up short. Seems like every time. But this could be the night. Every night could be the night. Everybody only gets one chance to win. So, yeah. Purple. You like purple? Everybody likes purple? Oh, they're seeing purple. Okay, thank you. Chad probably likes that. Purple collar life, right, Chad? Yes. Stickers. Yes, we're going to do stickers. Yes, we are. But it's a little early. John ain't the only one trying to win. All right, Paul. Well, you'll get your chance. For sure. For sure. Hey, anybody want to join the show tonight? Just going to put this out there. Hey, Gord, GP, good to see you. It's funny, GP. I just made my video this weekend of doing some maintenance to the Land Pride finish mower, the FDR 1660. A lot of times I'll make a video, and then after I make the video, obviously, I'll start to see other videos about the same subject. And sometimes I think I should search other videos to kind of get an idea. But I like my content to be more original and my view on things. But anyway, I've watched all GP's videos. Not all of them, apparently. Anyway, I put out this video about the FDR 1660, and then up pops a video from GP from, I think, within the year about maintenance on the FDR 1660. So, Gord, I appreciated your take on that. You showed some things that I did not. It was a little more in-depth than mine was, but it was really well done, as they all are. But I thought, how did I miss this? Because I watch all these videos. Again, apparently not. So I'm gonna share this link, and we're gonna bring some folks on tonight, and I think that will be fun. I'll set down some ground rules. Like I said, I'm going to share this link. You'll see it in the live chat. With this link, you'll be able to click on it and enter the live stream. Now, you're going to be on camera, so you need to have a webcam. You need to have a microphone, and you may need to close one of your windows, not your windows to your house. You may need to close one of your windows. You got to use Google Chrome, as far as I know, you know, you'll be on camera. And again, I can't promise that everybody will be on camera. I'll just have to pick some people as they come up. So if you want to join, you'll be in the background. You're not going to pop right up on the screen if you click the link. You're gonna be in the background first. So that would be how that works. And of course, we're all adults here, so we're going to behave. And you know, we always watch our language and keep the subjects to to outdoor things and tractors and whatnot. Anyway, here's the link. I'm going to share this now. How about that? Would you like that? I hit the wrong key. Hope this works right. There it goes. So when you see that link, you can click on it. And if you'd like to join us tonight, if you have questions. Now, you may see some other content creators jump on. Hint, GP, Hint, John, Chad, you guys, the ones I'm seeing in front of me. You may see some other content creators. If you have a question for them, you can pop on and ask your question live. It's like a call-in show. So we'll see how that goes. I do see some folks coming in the background. Okay, sorry, looking at my phone. I see some folks coming in the background. So I'm gonna start bringing a few people on. And again, if you have some questions, you can pop on. You can mention them in the comments because they'll see them in the live chat as well. So you don't have to actually come on screen if you have a question. So my first guest tonight, let's find how to click on that. My first guest tonight is going to be Ross on the land. I see you in the background in the green room there, or as we call it, the orange room. So let's bring Ross on and see what Ross has to say. Notice how I'm stalling because I'm clicking buttons. I know I sound totally lost. Anyway, here comes Ross. Hey, there he is.
Nice intro.
Did you like that transition?
Very nice, yeah.
A friend of mine suggested that. He thought that'd be kind of cool to do that, so I did it. Anyway, how are you, Ross?
Doing very well. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Good to see you. I'm glad you're... Sounds like a cliche. I'm glad you're here. I really am. I watched your last video, and you smashed that camera lens.
Oh.
And, I felt for you, but I was glad it was the Osmo that you could just unscrew the lens protector.
That's right. So I've dropped the camera probably about 10 times now in all various videos over the last year, and it's come away like scot-free. But this one, it just clipped the edge of the bucket, and that's what shattered the glass because it landed in the grass, and I thought it was going to be fine.
Yeah. But
when I looked at it, there's definitely a pinch point right on the lens, right on the very edge. So
got the right little pressure point on there.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, when I was making my Land Pride finish mower video, when I was grinding the mower blades, I damaged my camera lens because I didn't realize I had the angle grinder facing the camera, and sparks were flying right up against the lens, and I had taken my neutral density filter off because I was in the garage, so therefore the lens had no protection on it. So now it's got little pock marks from hot metal hitting it.
I did that with my camera, with my phone last year. I was doing some welding videos.
Oh, yeah. And
my screen on my phone was all potted from the welding.
Yeah, and what stinks is that it was my M50, which is not an expensive camera, $650, but I have this Sigma lens. It's like a $400 lens.
Wow.
But I'm using the camera right now. This is what I'm looking into. So far, unless the light hits it just right, it's going to be just fine. It doesn't show up at all. But I do have, I was going to show you a picture of it, actually. I'm going to cover your face up here for a second, but you'll see this picture. That's the lens.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you see those little, now the big marks are just light reflection. But the little tiny spots, those are little hot spots from the metal hitting it. So anyway.
So with my lens, I was able to, because it was just on the bottom right side, so I can crop in just a bit to get rid of that. So I can make do until the new one arrives, which is in about 8 days or so.
Oh, that's good. And you could actually shoot without that. That's just the lens protector.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, if you want to be like me, you could shoot without it. Always have protection on your camera. Hey, I'm going to bring some other folks in, and we can chat some more. I did like your video with the hot mulch there that you had. That was neat how it was steaming up. I've got another guest in the background here. Another Canadian. How about that? And it is going to be, guess what? GP's in the background. Hope GP's ready to join us. I'm going to bring him in here.
I got to tell you, I am loving Austin Towers. And as
Are
you
you?
probably know, Ed, Mike Myers is from Toronto, Scarborough, in fact, and about 10, 15 kilometers away from where I live. Not that we ever grew up together, we're friends, but just to let you know, it's another Canadian talent that shares the screen and makes you happy and entertains you.
It's Canada night here
Yay.
on my cluttered garage.
Hello, Ross.
Hi, Gordon. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. It's I'm just about bedtime, but I wanted to tune into Ed, as I always try to before I, go to slumber and put on my nightshirt and my cap.
You sleep in that hat?
It's funny because people have asked me if I sleep in my overalls, and I a video where I wake up in the morning and throw the covers back, and I'm in my overalls. But I thought that was a little too personal, so I figure I may not want to do it. It is a family channel.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
That's right.
That would be funny, though.
Yeah, there you have it.
Do it out of a brush pile or something.
You look younger every time I see you on screen.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm telling you, keep doing it.
Well, I appreciate that because I don't feel it. So.
Well, you're only as old as you feel, as they say, right?
Age is only a number. It's only a number, and I feel good. I have to say, no, I am thankful every day for my health. And you see people who are struggling with health or dying, at young ages, and it's weird. You get to a point, like, I never really understood this midlife crisis thing. Like, I get that midlife crisis is usually, get a sports car or a girlfriend or something. But
tractor,
we're a tractor. But anyway, what's midlife crisis? Like 40, right? Is usually when you hit that. So
yeah,
I'm well beyond that. I'm over 50 now. But in the last couple of years, like, I had this revelation that I'm on the short side of life, and it's like, wow, I've lived longer than I'm going to live. And it's like, it kind of hits you like, wow, that's interesting. And it's not like morbid or anything. It was just like, okay, I'm on that other side now. So yeah, I hope I still have a long ways to go.
Well, it's an interesting thought, Ed. I got to tell you, I don't fear death. I think I've been very fortunate in my life, and when the time comes, the time comes. So you live every day, you do what you can do, and when the Grim Reaper comes a calling, he comes calling.
That's right. And I don't fear it either, but I would be pretty disappointed. I'd be like, darn it, I'm not ready yet. But
yeah. I haven't done that one last thing. Can I get this right first? Come back.
That's right. Just give
there
me
you have
time.
it.
But anyway, no, it's a good attitude. And I even told my wife recently. I said, listen, if something happens to me, I want you to tell everybody he was really happy. Like, just know, like, he was like in a good spot. Like, that's it.
Hey, I got to ask you before, and sorry to jump in again.
No.
So when you did the maintenance on that FDR 1660 and you lifted that front end up,
yes.
I noticed you had no ballast on the back. Did you not feel the tires lifting up under your butt?
Not at all. Not at all.
Really, eh?
Yeah, not even a little bit. Because it was, I guess I lifted it off the ground, so I was holding the whole weight of it. I do have fluid-filled tires.
Yeah.
So good eye, because I was trying to think, didn't I have something back there? I guess I didn't. Maybe I didn't even think about it, but I didn't. But yeah, not even a little bit of problem there. Now, I wouldn't have drove it around or anything like that. I mean, it was just a straight lift.
Yeah.
But I would have been concerned probably if I was going to maneuver it or move it anywhere.
So Ed, when you were grinding the blades with your DeWalt grinder,
yes.
Did you run out of a battery on the first grind through? Because I heard that the battery was like starting to die just as you were cutting your video short for that one.
Probably.
So I'm like, because you had mentioned that the batteries don't last very long for that right now. I guess because they're old or whatever. But I thought that you were cutting it and it was just starting to die. I'm like, oh, I think his battery's gonna die. But then you cut the video, so.
Yeah. No, I didn't let it get to that point. I hear it start to slow down.
Okay.
I thought you were going to ask about this.
No.
But no. Actually, it's not because the batteries are old. When that grinder was new, they just don't last as long. I mean, they lasted longer than I expected, but not like if you're doing heavy grinding, they're not going to last very long. It's just because it takes obviously a lot of power. And I just bought the system came with a 2 3-amp batteries, and one of those finally did die, so I just bought a 4-amp, and hopefully that gives me a little bit more with it. But I do love that grinder. I mean, I love cordless tools. Like, it's I hate having to plug anything in because it's never convenient.
Yeah, and battery technology is getting much better. Hey, so how's the garage reno going? You got the cement or the concrete down?
Yes, that's where it stopped. Listen. I'm letting the concrete cure before I do anything else. I want it to cure.
Okay.
Great thinking. That'll buy you about 28 days, I believe.
And you know what? This is an interesting fact, and not tractor related, but I think you folks will find it interesting. If you look up concrete, good move there, GP. I read that concrete never stops curing. Have you ever heard that?
I have, actually.
It never stops. That it gets harder and harder and harder. Which, if you ever tried to drill old concrete, floor, it's really hard sometimes. Yeah. So, but anyway, I thought that was interesting that it's always curing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's like all of us were always maturing and getting better.
That's right.
More or wiser, I think is the right say.
We never fully mature.
That's right.
Right. Hey, can you guys see the questions in the live chat? I wanted to mention that to you in case anybody has anything.
Yeah, I can see them. Yeah.
Okay. So, by the way, Chad has to run. So anyway, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in, Chad. Really appreciate it. I'm going to bring another person in here because we don't have a whole lot of time left. We want to try and keep this reasonable. But let me see who I've got in the background here. Where are we? Oh, I'm going to bring in good old Chris from the Watershed Outlook. Chris.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, that's the best ever.
Kris is not from Canada, so
I am not from Canada, but I was really surprised to find out that he doesn't know Austin Powers. I thought everybody from Canada knew everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. So they say.
Well, they would be friends, that's for sure, right?
Yeah. Well, add me, by the way, to the list of midlife crisis tractor owners. That would be me too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You work on
Ed, did you say that you burned the lens when you were doing this last video with the sharpening?
I marred it a bit.
Right.
Want to see it again? There it is.
Well, just for whatever it's worth, I noticed that shot particularly, and it was a great shot. So
you saw the sparks.
I did.
Right?
It was an awesome shot, and I don't know if I commented on it, but it stood out. So
no, my brother did too. He said I saw the shot that ruined the lens, and I told him, I said I specifically used that shot in the video because I thought I'm not going to damage this lens and not use the shot. So
well, it was worth it. Well, maybe cool. Not, but
I don't know if it was worth it, but it was a cool shot when you see that the spark like got as big as the lens as it went in there. Anyway, it's okay, and lessons learned. And this camera's been through a lot. My other video when I did the brush guard, I spray painted the camera. It has a light orange hue to it. Barely noticeable anymore, but it had to overspray all over it, and it's just how it goes. So, by the way, I want to comment, Chris. You must be using some high-tech equipment because your depth of field there looks fantastic. So.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, I have my original wrong hand here. My original tractor there in the background, which is it's a 1975 wheel horse garden tractor. That made me feel very important for a long time. Although now it's sort of relegated to the dustbin of history as I play with on the Kubota.
I never had one, but the wheel horse was like the one you would see, maintaining schools and just that's like the commercial lawnmower of the time, I guess.
That's an 8 horsepower Kohler engine, but the tractor weighs a ton. I use it to just push snow in my driveway. Yeah, but it would pull a modern 18 horsepower tractor backwards, no problem.
Right.
So,
wow.
There you go. How are you doing, Chris? By the way, are you getting some time at the Outlook and stuff?
Yeah, I am. In fact, I was down there this past weekend, and I didn't shoot any content. I was kind of kicking myself because I had a project. I had 2 trees that were really ugly, and I've been wanting to take them down, but they're sort of intertwined with the power lines, and I've been waiting for the municipality to come in and they top the trees, and so they had. And so I cut the trees down and cut them off at the stumps, and then I was just going to cut them off at the ground. But there's a little hill, and I thought I'm going to open up a little dirt and then cut them below the ground level. And the next thing you know, I was taking a page out of Ed's book, where he decided he was going to take a stump out with the loader bucket. And that's what I did. I took 2 pine tree stumps out one tree was probably 12 inches and one was 10, but they're both out of the ground. So thanks for the idea, Ed. That was great.
Oh yeah, I'll never do it again, but you're welcome.
By the time I was done, I thought, did I bend my loader? I don't think I bent my loader. It was.
I remember GP when you did when you had that stump bucket.
Yeah.
When you had the B2601.
Oh.
And you saw how difficult that was too.
Well,
and,
it was.
I remember you getting beat up a little bit in the comments on that one too.
Well, you know what? It's funny because, like anything else, I never had a tractor before. It was the first time I had a stump bucket, and as you guys know, a lot of these things don't come with detailed directions. It's just kind of you go in at it. And the only thing I'd done is I'd watched a bunch of YouTube videos with other guys with stump buckets, and so when I went at that very first maple stump, I had dug too close in. So what you guys saw, or what people saw as me pounding the tractor in, was actually not me pounding it in. It was that the front wheels went over the ridge of the hole and the tractor fell in. And so, I learned after that, you build a wider circumference around it and you come in slowly. But yeah, it was, it looked a lot worse than it actually was. But no, that was my first stop. By the third one, I think I was doing pretty good. But it's like anything, right? You grab something, it takes you a while to learn it. That's all.
That's right. And Chris, you should just always record content, because there's so many times, and I'm guilty of this, but there's so many times I'll do a little project and I'll think I'm not going to record that. That's not really interesting. Yeah. And then when I'm done, I'm like, that would have probably been pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, it takes me so long to do things that when I was 20 years ago, it wouldn't have taken me nearly the time. And now I'm like, when I start adding cameras and shots and moving, I'm going to be here till Christmas time.
It'll triple your project time. It's especially if you're like Gord and you park the camera a quarter mile away and then you walk to the camera and then you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we call that cinematography, Ed.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Edward Joyce, I want to thank you for that super sticker. That's very generous. I appreciate that.
Very kind.
Good to see folks come back each time. I wanted to make a comment here in case John wasn't on earlier. I didn't have a live stream last week because of Labor Day and the festival, and John hosted a live stream on his channel, and I caught the replay of it. So that was fun, and I definitely wanted to thank John for jumping in there.
Very good stuff.
I'm going
to wrap up, buddy, because it's time for me to count sheep. But
I appreciate it. I really appreciate you dropping in.
Yeah, well, it's always so nice, and I enjoy your company, as you know. So, and nice to see Ross and Chris, yourself, and
nice to see you.
Thanks, Gord. Nice
and when you hop off, GP, I'm going to bring Mitch in from MJA Doing Stuff. So,
okay, good stuff.
Great. Right. It was really great talking with you.
Yeah, you too. Take care, folks. All the best.
Thank you. All right. So there comes. We'll just replace. Hey, Mitch. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Yep. I got the.
Hey,
bald
is beautiful day.
Yeah. Very aerodynamic.
Oh yeah. You know what? It's funny. I don't notice that because honestly, I don't know if you wear a hat in all your videos, but if somebody would have said to me, "Is Mitch bald?" I would have said no. I don't think so.
Yeah, I wear a hat a lot because I don't like the sun on my head because I'm bald.
Yeah, well, the sun gets through here. This might look like something, but the sun gets right through. So we all have to wear hats for sure. Chris, you have a good thing going there, though.
When I started going bald, the first thing I noticed is I started hitting my head on stuff more because I didn't have the early warning of your hair hitting it. So like I was constantly getting cuts because I would under a car or something like a branch.
Wow.
Instantly does damage. You don't have that reflex of the hair noticing first. So
maybe that's it. Maybe it's to protect our cranium there with just early warning signals or whatnot.
Yeah.
The worst is the ball cap with that little button.
Yes, it is.
I think everybody's done that. That hurts so bad.
Oh, you hit that.
It's like a button, the metal button. Whew.
I think some of the angriest I've ever been in my life, the biggest temper tantrums I had was many years ago. My wife and I lived in this old house. It was like 200 years old. and I'm 6'4", and the door frames in this house were probably barely 6 feet tall. And if I would walk through and I would crack my head right on that soft spot, and a holy fire would come out of me for about 30 seconds, and then I'd have to calm down. My dog at the time, he would quaver in his paws. It was ugly.
That may be built into our nature to protect our brains, because you get hit in the head, you get angry. I think, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but if I'm mowing and a branch happens to whack me in the face, it's just like I'd like turn into the Incredible Hulk. It just makes me so angry to get hit in the face. I don't know what that is, but it happens. This is another thing I meant to ask about, speaking of mowing, because I was mowing yesterday and I was thinking of all you guys. I was using my finish mower, which is very much like a bush hog, the way it hangs off the back of the tractor. If you drive a trailer and then you mow with your mower, do you ever get confused backing up? Like I'm backing up and I'm thinking it's like a trailer, so I'm driving in the opposite direction to get it to go. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're backing a trailer up, you have to turn right for it to go left. And sometimes when I'm mowing with that thing on the back, I get confused and think it's not a trailer. It'll go wherever I want. No, I'm alone on that one, I guess. All right. I mean, I only get confused for a second.
More with this trailer, so.
Okay. All right. It's not like I sit there confused. It's like just for a split second, like, wait, it's not going the right way.
You just do lefts the whole day.
That's it. Say left. Hey, there's a question for you, Ross. Not tractor related, but John wants to know how your 3D printed mic holder is working, because that was interesting.
Yes.
You did that. I liked seeing that at the end of your video.
So for context, a couple of videos back, I seem to be breaking all my stuff lately. The support for the microphone on top of my camera. So I had dropped the camera and it cracked this red plastic mount. So I just went online, found a file for it, printed it off, and replaced it, and it works great. So it's definitely working well, and it allows me to then keep the file and reprint them every time I break them. So it only costs about 5-7 cents now to print them when I have the plastic filament. So
that's neat. And the original, I have this Movo.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the one you have?
It's a Lansing or something.
Okay. But when I bought this, I expected it to be like rubber, but it's not. It's a kind of a hard plastic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really isolate the sound that well. Like if it was more rubbery, it probably would. But anyway, that's interesting. So that's what you.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So I can just print those off now.
Yeah. And this
nice
lens. Too bad you can't print lens covers.
So the funny thing is, I did print off a lens bumper the day before. I
saw that too. Yeah.
But I didn't put it on. So if it would have dropped and I had that bumper on it, then it would have been fine. But
so you had the bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's neat that stays out of the shot, right? It's not so wide. It's a great idea to have that on there. You'll probably always have it on there now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at comments. Remember, you guys can see these comments, and that way you can answer anything that you see.
Hey, Ed, how far are you from Niagara Falls?
Far, very far.
Oh,
way far.
Okay. I thought I might be in your neighborhood. I don't know. I was over there last week, and I kept thinking, man, I think Ed lives here somewhere.
You're in
near
Niagara?
Here.
You're in Niagara Falls?
Yeah, we went last week.
No, I'm way down south in southern New Jersey.
Oh, okay. I didn't have a
probably
map.
closer.
Ross, you're close.
I just felt like I was closer, like I'm like,
yeah, I'm only 5 hours from
it's near.
Well, it's kind of East Coast, right? I guess it's at least on the eastern part. So anyway, yeah, you could have seen Ross. He's, what did he say, 5 hours from there?
5 hours from there, yeah.
Yeah, I go to the Canadian border. I can't go over because of the COVID. You have to have like proof of vaccine and being COVID free. But they were so polite over there. And all I did was go across the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge, and came back like, I don't know, 20 minutes. And our border was, it was like an interrogation. Where are you going? What you doing? I just wanted to go to the other side to take a picture, and it's like, well, can you step out? It's like, well, I got 3 dogs in the car. I don't know. Yeah, it was terrible coming back. I wish I could have just stayed over on the other side.
You're more than welcome to come over.
See, look at that hospitality.
I just got to have all my documents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can, well, you have a hard time getting over there, but then you have a harder time getting back, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'd be able to come back.
So,
You know,
so
I don't know.
So
That's why I don't go south of the border either. I might not be able to come back. I mean, our border is terrible.
yeah,
It seems like, at least. I don't know. It was. He was trying to be sly, like, where are you going? You bring anything back? And it's like, I just went there and I came back here.
Yeah.
You probably saw me.
Well, our closest border is the Atlantic Ocean, so we don't really see borders there. Hey, Ross, you might want to start making those mic holders and selling them. John said he's broken 4 of them already, or broken 3 of them.
I can print some off and send them to you.
Do you think it's as durable as the?
So that's where you gotta. It depends on how thick you make the print, because if it's thicker, then it's stronger. But it still has, it's done in layers, so those layers can split. So it depends on, you want to be cognizant of the way you're printing it so that you get the strength that you need.
Nice. That's pretty handy. I really never had a use that I could think of for a 3D printer, but I'm fascinated by the technology for sure. I also like those laser engravers and just lasers. They cut out wood and things like that. So that's pretty neat. Hey, as we get later into the night, let's do a sticker giveaway. You guys up for that?
Yep.
Like anybody was going to object. Like, no, I say we wait for the sticker giveaway. So we're going to do a sticker giveaway because we have over
got my fingers crossed for John.
All right. So here's what we're going to do.
John. No, it's kidding.
Most of you know this already, but if you're new to the live stream, we give away these 3 stickers. I'm going to put a phrase on the screen. You're going to type this phrase exactly as you see it in the live chat, and then we have a random comment picker that's going to pick the winning comment. Doesn't matter if you mention it more than once. It'll eliminate all your other entries. So you just enter the phrase one time. We'll pick, and then once you win, then we'll get your address. You'll email me, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to share this screen just a second, and then you will type. We'll give you time, so there's no rush. Not a matter of who does it first, whatnot. I already have it up on the screen. So in honor of the 20th anniversary of 9/11, I thought a simple little hashtag would be FDNY. So type in the live stream comments there, hashtag FDNY, and we'll use that. So, but you guys can still talk there on the side, it's this isn't like a special quiet time, or anything. It's sticker giveaway time. What was that theme that I used to play? I thought that was good background. Oh yeah, remember?
There it is.
It's a good game show theme, right?
It is, yes, for sure.
No whammies.
There you go. No whammies. Mitch, what was the last video that you put out?
Oh, I put out a kayaking video. Because we took a week off and we went kayaking one day and we took the camera out and I never put it underwater. It was pretty hard for me to do it, but it was supposed to be waterproof, so it was.
That's good.
Mitch, you said it wasn't a good thing. It was a good video. You're like, it was a kayaking video.
I was thinking I could hook up the tractor and put the trailer and the kayaks on that, because we're only like 10 minutes from the lake, and I thought that would be a cool, but yeah, I got overruled on that.
Is that lake near your property?
No, it's near near the house.
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes down the road, but.
Well, you do have the most lakes anywhere, right?
No,
10,000 of them.
Whoops, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh no, I said like 10,000 of them or something.
That's right. Yeah.
At least that's what it says on the license plate. But
yeah. No,
like
John knew exactly how many lakes there were one time when we talked about it. Now, do you have are you using the Osmo camera also? Is that your
no, I got the GoPro Hero 8.
Okay, but it's waterproof, so that's good.
Yeah. That was the first time I did it, and nothing got in it, so I guess it's waterproof. I don't know how deep though. I heard 30 feet, but I'm not going to try it.
Yeah. All right.
Want to hear a funny story on the way to Niagara Falls?
Sure, we will give folks more time to type in
sorry.
hashtag FDNY. No, that's great. That's a good reason to give them a little bit more time before we hit the draw button. So anyway, tell us about your trip to Niagara Falls.
Well, I was 300 miles in. We left at 1 a.m. It took 20 hours to get there, but 300 miles somewhere, I think on the east side of Wisconsin, I hit a bump, and then the Suburban sounded like NASCAR. I mean, like the exhaust fell off.
Oh, nice.
And last year I did a video on these exhaust manifold brackets that you can put when the bolts snap off. You can put these brackets on that go into a factory hole. Anyways, long story short, it turned out to be the pipe right on the bottom of the exhaust manifold that snapped off. So I was 300 miles in with 3 dogs and a camper full of stuff. And I'm like, do I really want to turn around? And the wife's like, well, it sucks to be an adult. And I'm like, well, we're on vacation. We're going to keep on going.
Nice. You just couldn't hear each other the whole trip, right?
Oh, it was loud. Yeah. And then we pulled over to a Target parking lot, and I crawled under there and I looked up and I said, if I could just get a coat hanger, but who has a metal coat hanger anymore? You check the whole RV.
That's true.
And then Jamie came out with some marshmallow skewers that were wire, just happened to be strong enough. And I went 1,600 miles on a marshmallow skewer.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
I got there and back.
I just have to say I appreciate this comment from Killing It Country. It's a good one.
Oh, that was awesome.
Very good one. So anyway, let's finish this draw because they want to win. So let's hit this draw button. Here we go.
I had to tell Jamie that one.
Jake Matthews, congratulations. Jake Matthews. Awesome. How exciting
Nice.
is that?
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Way to
So,
go. Hashtag
Jake.
not John.
Oh, at least it started with a J.
Poor John. Hey, Jake, shoot me an email at contactmcgtv@gmail.com and give me your name, which is right there, obviously, if that's your name. If that's your real name, shoot me an email with your name and address, and I will mail these stickers to you as soon as I can. So congratulations, Jake, for that win. How fun is that? Hey, there was a question. We're going to wrap up here soon because we're going over, but people don't seem to mind that, and certainly people can drop off as they need to. But I saw what I thought was a question somewhere, but I lost it. Somebody was asking about your wheel horse there, Chris. It was just somebody saying, can we get a closer look at it? So that's... Anyway.
I'm
Just
back
move out of the way.
here.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Let's see here.
You got the snow chains and the weights back there.
Yeah, it's got a snow blade on the front. It's out of focus. Sorry.
Oh, you got the blade on it. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how to isolate this one angle. Like if I click on, well, that makes me the biggest one, and that makes them. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way that I can actually just zoom in on that one.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, it's a 1975. The model is a B80, so it's an 8-horsepower Kohler.
That can't be the original seat.
It is not the original seat.
Yeah, no cracks or anything.
Yeah,
Pretty
there's
nice.
a story behind that tractor. I don't want to go too long, but my grandfather had a wheel horse when I was a kid. When he passed away, my mother sold it, and a friend of mine who's also into wheel horses found this, and it's 2 years newer, or 2 years newer, and he bought it, and a friend and he completely redid it, and I came home one night and it was sitting in my garage.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Very
So-
nice.
In the meantime, I tracked down the guy that bought my grandfather's tractor, and now I have it. It's down at the overlook in the garage. It needs to be redone, but I have it back. So
Excellent.
Very neat.
Yep.
It's funny. I am when I see you there, I imagine that you're at the overlook. Like I'm picturing
No,
there's
I'm at-
water
I'm at
outside
home.
there, and yeah,
No.
yeah.
no.
So well, that's a beautiful looking property from what I've seen of it there on your channel.
It's nice.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not home for you, but I just think
Yeah,
I'd want to
well-
stay there all the time.
Yeah, the house is just a little. I mean, it's what we would call a traditional cottage on the water. It's a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath place, but it's all about the property and the view and the water.
Yeah,
And
sounds perfect to me. That's great. Just like GP with his cabin. Like, why aren't you just there all the time? You know,
anytime you want to bring that camper down and set it up, you're welcome to come, man.
I appreciate that. That might be fun. That might be fun. So, hey, listen. Anything before we go? Anything you guys wanted to share, or did we miss anything?
Robert Hamilton said something about a IBC tote video I did, and I just wanted to let him know this. I don't know this winter or pretty soon I'm going to do an upgrade to the tote. It's a water tote that I water the trees with. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's right.
Yeah,
great.
I'm gonna upgrade it.
Excellent.
With a washer, Ross.
Oh, nice. Good.
Nice. I am excited that I ordered a set of pallet forks. I'm waiting for those to come in.
Nice.
You're gonna love them.
When I got my tractor, people said you need to get pallet forks, and I thought, I've got the bucket, I've got the grapple. I don't know if I need them, but there have been times when I need them, and or at least I want them. So I talked to my local dealer where I bought my tractor, and they have a number of them coming in. I don't know if it's going to be October or November. So I said, just put my name down for a set of Land Pride pallet forks, and that'll be kind of fun. So looking forward to that. Anyway, I hope you guys keep putting out content. We love watching your stuff. Ross, again, sorry about the lens, but glad you can get that fixed up. But I'm glad you included that in the video. So it's always, I like that kind of behind-the-scenes stuff. Anyway, Ross, Chris, take care of yourself. Mitch, thanks for jumping in here tonight. To all the viewers, I really appreciate you being here tonight, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one, which hopefully will be next Monday. And keep a lookout for content from all these great content creators, not just those on the screen here, but look through those comments, and you'll see lots of great content from a lot of good people. So
Appreciate you having us, Ed, as always.
You bet. We're going to say,
thanks for having us, Ed.
You bet. I'm so happy that you jumped on. Really so much fun. We'll do this again, maybe sooner than we waited for last time. You know, it's been a while since we did this, and it's always a great time. So with that, I want to say good night. I want to say thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.